So our lovely patient is 49 years old, is about a year out from her abdominoplasty, as well as her breast augmentation and her breast lift. And she comes in today and she's very graciously agreed to share some of her thoughts and feelings about how she's doing now.
I am doing fabulous now. I am so happy with the results. And a year ago, right after surgery, I don't know, I thought, what did I do to myself? Because it was a rough recovery, but now looking back, I would never change a thing.
Fantastic. And that's at a year.
At a year. It was almost exactly a year ago.
Wow. And have you been on vacations anywhere since then?
Yes, we have gone on vacations, and it is amazing to wear a two-piece and look phenomenal. And my belly button is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Would you have worn a bikini before surgery?
I have worn a thicker bikini with a higher bottom because I didn't want my stomach because of this extra skin. Yep. But now it is nice to wear a normal cut bikini.
Yep.
And then I thought my breasts looked okay in my old bikini, but now seeing them now, I'm like, oh girl, this is I can't believe you wore that.
Oh, that must be so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to get new clothes and having things fit correctly and like being excited to wear them.
That's fantastic. It's fantastic. Now, at a year, as time goes by, everything becomes a little bit easier to have absorbed when you went through it. But would you have any advice for somebody that is in your position from a year or two ago as they are exploring options?
I would say my advice is to, ask lots of questions and to get really comfortable, to kind of stay off the internet a little bit, to read about bad stories, but trust in your team here that it's going to be okay. And it is really scary, and it is it's not easy, but the results are really worth it.
Was it hardest right after surgery, or a month after surgery, or 6 months after surgery?
I would say the first probably 2 weeks was the hardest, getting in and out of bed after the abdominoplasty. The breasts were a piece of cake. Yep. They weren't an issue at all. But if you can get past those first maybe 2 weeks, you're going to feel so much better.
And just for everybody who's listening in, and there are multiple different ways of doing this, but the pathway we went down was to do the full tummy tuck, and then we did your breast augmentation, and we did that in front of the muscle, or what we call prepectoral subfascial. And then we had discussed the possibility of a lift, but it became very evident after we put in the implants that a lift would be optimal, and so we staged that. It was about 3 weeks later.
Correct.
And that's a nice way of doing it. Sometimes patients don't have the ability to have that window in there between surgeries. But looking at your results now, do you feel that was worth it?
Yes, it was worth it. Yeah. And they look so good. There's no denying that it was a right move for me. And I was hesitant, and I wasn't sure when I first came in. I was only going to get the abdominoplasty, and I'm really glad that I decided to do everything.
Yeah, it really helps with the balance. Mm-hmm. Once your belly is really flat and sculpted, your eyes start wandering and looking elsewhere, and your chest is the next logical area to optimize.
Yeah, and I figured if I was going to get it done, let's just get it all done.
Well, at 49, you've got you got decades ahead of you of great living. And how do you feel your body image is now compared to even before you had children?
Oh, it's better now. Even though I had a baby at a young age, but I feel like I look the best I do now than I've ever looked.
That is a statement.
Yeah.
Wow, how powerful. And what do you attribute that to? What aspects give you that incredibly powerful image?
I attribute, some to you.
Okay, well,
And then, but I think attribute to like finally being able to look in the mirror and really liking what I see and having that boost of confidence that wow, I'm like, wow, I look good and I deserve to look good. And I'm glad, after having kids and having that extra skin and stretch marks, it was all I used to see. And now it's like, wow, I can really see a good positive body image.
That is so fantastic. Well, I'm so very happy for you. And in a year, really things have settled in. There's no more wait, let things settle, move around. You are solidly where you're going to be for a very long time.
And I also think it's important that, people see this, when you first get it, it's this big, scary kind of incision and scar. But I really think it's healed well, and it covers right into your, nobody can see it in my underwear or my bikini. So
fantastic. Last question I always like to ask is, this something that you would recommend to a friend?
I would 1,000,000% recommend it to a friend. And actually, when I was going through this, my friend jumped on board and wanted to get hers done, and now is almost a year out, and she is happy with her results as well.
That's awesome. Well, I'm so happy for you, and thank you for sharing your story.
You're welcome.